Hi guys, how are you today? Welcome to Via Frequency. I'm Olivia and I'm so grateful that you're joining me here today. Via Frequency is a channel where we explore the elevation and evolution of human consciousness, as well as come to a point where we can truly realize, recognize, and actualize our already innate wholeness, so that we can better balance our humanity with our divinity and truly walk in that divinity while here on this 3D plane. I just recently recorded a short Reiki and energy work session for overthinking and obsessive thinking, compulsive thinking, looping thought, cyclical thought. And I just have a little tip that I intended to share in that video, but I'm just gonna stick it in its own video since I forgot. And it is simply about being decisive and making decisions. Now, this sounds like a very simple idea. However, it made such a massive difference in my life. This was suggested to me at first years ago by a mentor, and then later I read it in a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. And I think it's been mentioned in a lot of self-help books, actually, spiritual books, etc. But the main point of this is, in order to avoid anxiety and overthinking and going back and forth and looping our thoughts within our mind, it's so important that we learn to be decisive. When we make a decision, the decision is done, and that's it. And that's basically the concept here. When you're making a decision, take some time, contemplate the pros and the cons, work through, if I do this, if I am this cause, what is the effect going to be? If you have an important decision to make, certainly take the time to map it out, put it on paper, plan it out, really get your thoughts out in front of you so that they're not stuck in your head. Then make the decision. Make the decision from a rational standpoint, also taking into account your emotions, but don't allow your emotions to decide for you. It's so important that we look at the rational things as well, and also not to get too stuck in left brain thinking. We really want a balance in terms of making positive decisions that are both mentally and logically backed, but also emotionally feel secure to us in the best way possible moving forward. Now, here's the key. Once you make the decision, let it go. No more contemplating, no more going back and forth, no more mental gymnastics. That decision no longer has condos in your head. No. Once you've made the decision, it's done. It's over. You can let it go. I know this sounds so simple, but it really is a super transformative concept. In my past, for a long time, I was terribly indecisive. I definitely struggled with this, and it's because the mind always wants to work with something. It always wants to contemplate. It always wants to go back and forth. And this fragmentation that we have within is going to argue about things, and these parts of us are not always going to agree on the decisions that we have to come in and executively make for ourselves. If you have taken the time to truly contemplate, if you have done your due diligence, if you have gone through all the bases, covered all the bases, and dotted your I's and crossed your T's, and in that moment you feel confident with that decision, say it is done. It is over. I have made the decision, and now I move forward in confidence, and I do not revisit it. And anytime you catch your mind going back there, you really have to remember that you are decisive. Say it to yourself, I am decisive. Affirm it. I am a decisive person. I am a decisive individual. I am a decisive being. My word is my bond. My word goes. And that's it. There is no need to torture yourself or to just absolutely self-sabotage yourself in your mind by going back and forth. Don't even give it the time of day. And this is the type of thing that when you realize that you actually have the choice, because a lot of people just go back and forth. And I know I had this experience too. When I would make certain decisions, it was like I could not leave it alone, or I thought I couldn't leave it alone. And sometimes all it takes is that perspective shift to come in and change everything. And then you're like, gosh, what was I doing? No, I am decisive. I make decisions with confidence. I make decisions with grace. And my word goes. What I decide is what I decide. And I do not allow anyone else nor anyone internally, any of my internal fragmentation to bully me out of my decision. So be decisive. This will save you so much time, so much cyclical looping thinking, so many back and forth. Don't even let it be an option. And like I said, when you realize that you have the power to choose, everything changes. And you'll realize how many other things and light bulbs and epiphanies can go on like this. And it can just transform the way that you relate to your own mind. I really hope this was helpful. If any of it resonated, please feel free to tap on that like button, hit the subscribe and the little notification bell, and drop me a comment. I love to connect. I have so many more Reiki and healing sessions coming. I'm releasing daily videos now. So if you have any suggestions for either a topic, an intention for Reiki, for healing, or anything else that you'd like me to discuss, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Again, thank you for being here, and I will see you very soon. Until next time, I'm Olivia for Via Frequency, signing out. Ta-ta for now.